was a great team win for us. We talked about the last couple of days getting well, and what I mean by that is after the Arizona game, we lost 2 games in the Bahamas, and we didn't want to go on a 3-game losing streak. I'm a guy who believes in streaks, and certainly I thought our guys responded. If you look at the game, I thought we came out real flat for whatever reason. Obviously, they jumped out to 11-0 lead. I thought our guys held their composure and certainly battled back in the game. The biggest difference is I think when we subbed and we got Sam Hunt in the game, and then O'Meara came in the game, and we made some shots, we were able to get going and took the lead by the time of the half. And I thought in the second half, instead of our start in the first half, we came out aggressive and we started playing. And you learn a lot from the game. For me, it was a good thing for me. It's a teaching moment for me because we had about a 12-point game with a little bit of time, like about 3 minutes left in the clock. And I want us to finish games a little bit better, but you don't have that opportunity unless you got a big lead. So very proud of our guys. I'm proud of the win as NC State, and also proud because obviously we get another win for the ACC.
Yurtseven said after this one that you told the team that they had the flu over in Battle for Atlantis, and this was the recovery game. Do you feel like you recovered pretty nicely in this one?
Yeah, I don't know if I said flu, but I would say that we were sick. And reason being is, I started this a long time ago. If you lose a game, the difference, and I tell everybody the difference in football and basketball. If you lose a game, it takes you 7 days to get well because you got to wait for a game in most situations. In basketball, you may play 2 or 3 days later. So, we're all healed now. We're all well.
When you outscore a team 39-9 in bench points, how good do you feel about the depth of your team?
Well, we're not very deep. I feel good that the guys that we can go to the bench can contribute. Obviously, O'Meara has played like a starter, but I don't want to lose that firepower for him coming out the bench. Not saying that he won't start, but certainly he's been a great lift off the bench. And Sam hadn't played well in the last couple of games, and give him credit. He played well this game. He made shots. He came off. I thought LeVar came in with great energy, kind of turned the game around a little bit, but excited about the guys that came off the bench.
You mentioned your depth, and you were down 2 guys tonight because of injury. Did that make you approach differently the way you use guys as far as how much you could push them? Well,
it's we've been starting this kind of lineup as far as 4 and 5, power forward and center the whole time. So with TD. Certainly I knew I was going to play him a lot of minutes, but with Malik being out and obviously Darius' unfortunate situation, we have decided now to go big at times. So it's going to be times when you're going to see O'Meara and Leonard on the floor, and they're doing a great job with each other, both on the defensive end.
Tony probably expected to get his, but the defense did a great job against the other 4 players, and Torrin especially on Lamar Stevens.
Yeah, Tony Carr is a really good basketball player. I knew it as I watched him on tape, but obviously seeing him in person, he's going to be special as a sophomore. I thought we did as best of the job we could on him, especially in the first half, and then obviously in the second half he got going. I thought we did a really good job on Stevens. We did a great job on him, making him take tough shots. We wanted Shepard Garner to take tough threes. We knew he was the only guy on the team that has come in the game taking about 8 threes a game, so we want to kind of limit his touches and make him shoot tough shots. But I thought our guys followed the scout report.
Markelle obviously struggling a little bit early in the game. Looked like he stayed out for quite a while and then comes back in the second half and gets a steal and then gets the alley-oop on the other side. How good did you feel about him as far as being able to get back in and get his confidence back a little bit?
Yeah, I told him after the game he hasn't practiced well the last couple of days. And for whatever reason, and I told him, I said, in basketball, when you don't practice well, then typically you don't play well in the game. And so it's kind of, as a coach, you can kind of see these things coming. I saw it coming a little bit. I was prepared. Obviously, I had Braxton and also LeVar ready to play. To his credit, he didn't pout. I didn't start in the second half. He came in, bounced back, played well, made some plays, made some free throws, and I'm excited because that's part of him maturing.
Has Malik had a pretty serious setback, or how would you describe what's going on with him?
I wouldn't call it a serious setback. Malik was in pain, and I've said all along, anytime I've got an athlete that doesn't feel like he's 100%, then I'm not going to put him out there. He went back to the doctor. He's a little banged up. I wouldn't call it a serious setback, but in his mind, I think he wasn't ready to play, and I didn't want to put him out there and if he wasn't ready to play. A lot of times when you come off an injury, it's more mental than anything. For him, because he's a running jump athlete and he's not moving the way he wants to, I think he's struggling with it a little bit mentally, but he'll be fine.
Did the team show some maturity, being down 11-0, but still up at halftime?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you think about this, you learn a lot about your team. I don't have any plays in my playbook when you're down 11-0. And so you got to do a great job of just kind of chopping away at the lead. And, I looked at it at one time, it was 11-5, and then we kept chopping away. And certainly, I told those guys, don't be surprised when we got the lead. We got the lead and then went into halftime up a positive number, so I was excited about that.
Your impressions of Dorn's play? I think he had a career best in rebounds and blocks.
Yeah, I thought he was on the offensive end. He was a little off. He missed some chippies. He did a great job rebounding the basketball tonight. What you find out about a good player is when they're not scoring, how do you affect the game in other ways? When you look at him, he had 12 rebounds, which is a career high for him. 6 on the offense and 6 on the defense, and 3 blocks. I didn't see the 3 blocks. I got to go back and check the stat sheet, but it says he had 3 blocks.
I know we've asked a lot about Yurtseven lately, but now at this point, double digits in scoring in 5 straight games, has a career high tonight. How much has his game kind of changed from what you saw when you first came in to where he is now?
Well, he's a much confident guy. I think it started in the summer. When we took the European trip, when we took the foreign trip to Italy, I didn't want him to go, and everybody's like, why wouldn't you let him have the opportunity to play with his teammates, especially we had so many new pieces. But I wanted him to go back and play with the Turkish national team because I think that's where he got his most confidence, before he came over here to play. And now, obviously he's playing well because we believe in him. His teammates believe in him. He's starting to work hard. He and I have personally sit down and watched a lot of film, and I think he's cleaned up a lot of stuff. He was fading on his shots inside. One of the reasons why he didn't play well in the first few games because I couldn't keep him on the floor because he was always in foul trouble. Now he's understanding how to guard ball screens, and he's doing a great job with that. And
for Abu, does it feel like this is an okay time to be able to rest him, especially with ACC play now a little over a month away?
Yeah, it doesn't matter the time. I'm a player's coach, and if a young man doesn't feel like he's 100% ready to go, I don't care if we're playing in the ACC or a championship game, I would never put him out there in that situation. And, he'll get better. There is no timetable. I couldn't tell you whether he's going to play Saturday or not. We're just going to continue to work with him and get him better.
You talked about law of averages with 3-point shooting. LeVar makes 2, Sam has his 4, Amir has 3. Are you kind of curious how this will settle down?
Yeah, we're a much better shooting team than you see overall. What you saw tonight is what I see every day in practice. We're a good shooting team. We've had some games where we didn't make shots. Some of that because I don't have a lot of depth to be able to sub some guys, but we still give them confidence. I still want our guys to take shots. I think anywhere around 23-point attempts a game is pretty good for us. I thought in the Northern Iowa we shot way too many. When you get to 30, that's way too many.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.